Sagittarius, isn't this like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? I'm serious. It's one of the magnolias that my grandfather planted right before he died. It's in my front yard. We have lots of flowers in our front yard, and I just decided to like beautify it up back here with my stones and my cards, and like just get into the mode of just doing my holistic tarot readings for my subscribers and soon to be subscribers. And this beautiful setup tells me that you guys got a beautiful setup going on with you too, and nobody's situation is perfect. So I'm going to meditate for just a second as you look at this beautiful setup, and then we'll start pulling cards because I already shuffled. As you prepare to get this reading, I really want you to concentrate on what answers it is you seek. What is it that really you want to know? I mean, I really want you to think about these things before I pull over these cards so that we can talk about what it is I see. And don't forget the workshop. It's coming up. It's coming up at the end of July. And it will be 4 days long. About 4 hours a day. So I will likely start on Friday and end on Monday because I know a lot of you don't work on the weekend, and I don't want to take up, time that you may not have, but I promise you, you don't want to miss it because it's going to teach you a lot about the tarot. If you watch tarot, you'll be able to see discrepancies, or you'll be able to see your energy when sometimes your energy is confused with other people's energy, which is very easy to do as a tarot reader, okay? And that's what I want to teach everybody, how these stones and how this holy wood and sage and just a beautiful, place to come and just get some peace for a little while, how it makes a huge difference in your day-to-day life. So Sagittarius, let's begin, okay? Cards have been shuffled, but I will let you watch me cut them several times so that you can see that they've just been cut. They've been cut for your benefit. Okay? So Sagittarius, this one is for you. I would like to know. And let's look at the colors too, right? So we've got white for purity and innocence. And then we've got red for passion. And I think that's a wonderful combo. So I'm sensing that a lot of you've got some purity, some really pure intentions, and you are really passionate about what you want to do. So let's talk about it. First card that came up is Justice. Now, if you can honestly say that you've been on the up and up with the people that you've been dealing with, whoever has mistreated you recently is gonna get their due diligence. They're gonna get what's coming to them, so leave them alone. It's over. Trust me, justice has got them. Do not put matters into your own hands. Let that type of mentality die, okay? Because us fire signs sometimes do not know how to let things go when people mistreat us. Okay? And this is the mistreat season for some reason. Yeah, you've been mistreated, and somebody made you feel left out in the cold, for sure. But for some reason, I feel like you had an angel that was by your side this entire time so that you can learn the lesson that was necessary to be learned along the journey. Because I'm telling you, we're going to experience some things in life in this journey that's not the best and not the funnest and not the greatest, according to like what we believe is the greatest. And you do have angelic support. You do have spirit guides and angels that are on it, even when you think they're not, okay? So you're being healed, and a new you is being worked on. And whoever created this confusion, now mind you, this is self-inflicted confusion. This is confusion that you don't have to feel if you don't want to. I must remind you of that. You don't have to be confused if you don't want to be. You can easily say, you're like, yo, whatever happened, it went all bad, but you know what? Like, I don't need to try to make sense out of how or why this person did whatever they did. Like, whenever you try to make sense out of somebody else's fuck shit, you're just gonna sit there and waste your time, because you can't relate to why other people do these types of things. It's just, you can't. So, like, confusion is only going to waste your time. Like, go paint a picture, go do something productive. Don't sit there and like try to make sense out of why this other person did whatever it is they did to you. Okay, now the King of Wands. The King of Wands knows the cause and effects of his temper. He knows the cause and effects of his temper. He's holding a wand. Wands represent fire. You are a fire sign. Okay? But I do get the sense that you did not like unleash. You did not unleash. I feel that, like, with this Page of Cups, I feel that, like, you're the beginner when it comes to learning how to let situations come and go and roll off your back like water on a duck's back. You know what I mean? I feel like you're learning how to just say, oh, okay, you broke my heart. All right. That hurt. Cool. Like, all right, I will survive. And like, given that you know that you will survive, there's no need for you to like flip out. And I see that's exactly what happened. I see that's exactly what happened. Because like, being around this person was like a straight burden. They brought nothing but burdens to the table. They took away your happiness. You know what I'm saying? And then they even made it so that you were unable to see the people who wanted to be there for you and help you, so that you wouldn't have to deal with the crap that this person was bringing to the table. But you had to learn for yourself that this person was not who they appeared to be. And so, like, when it comes to the Page of Wands, I get two feelings when I get this card, right? The Page of Wands is like the baby of the court cards. Like, he's learning how to be a more prominent figure in the kingdom. And like, right now, when it comes to using that wand, and when it comes to determining like what path you want to take and how you want to use your fiery, passionate energy, like, look at this red flower. When it comes to like how you deal with this passion, because a broken heart equals passion. It's like, you're not really a perfectionist at this yet. And I don't think any of us are. But so far, I really do feel like you guys dealt with whatever happened in a really dignified manner. I really do. I see independence coming your way, financial independence. But if you continue to frolic with whatever situation that you know that you just either exited, or entered or in the process of exiting, if you continue to frolic with this situation, that independence can easily no longer be available to you. Okay? What you hear is my pulse filter, I'm sorry. This card means that you got to a point where you were just tired of fighting. Like you just walked away from the fight. Like you were tired of fighting about something that obviously was a topic of discussion and like an issue for a while. And you just got to a point where you were like, you know what, dude? Have it. And guess what? You know what they have? Like burdens galore. Because you let the burdens down. They picked them up thinking that like they got something. They didn't get nothing. They didn't get nothing. Because you know what? You did all the work to keep yourself sane. And you did all the work to keep yourself like up to par. You did all the work. Just turn around and look at all the work that you've done on yourself. You've done all the work on you. That's why that angel is like right there, like holding your hand, saying, baby, don't worry about a thing. You did all the work. You're going to be exalted for that. And yeah, of course it hurts when you have to walk away from somebody who you thought, who you gave more credit to. Like how many times have we given credit to somebody and then they turn around and then show us like, dude, you're not even mature enough to be in my league. And I gave you an opportunity to be all up in my space. But you know what? You pulled the Ace of Wands. And that tells me the Ace of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles, baby. That tells me that like new work opportunities are coming your way. But like if you continue to dwell on whatever the hell it is that's like distracting you. Because what I'm seeing in a lot of readings with a lot of signs, okay, is that like the door for everything that anybody could ever want, from peace to just simple happiness to like $1 million, whatever it is that you want, it's there. But the one thing that can take it away is distractions. And so what comes in the forms of distractions? Energy that makes us want to use our energy to like prove a point to somebody who will never get the point because they're not mature enough to get the point. And so like you have the Ace of Wands, and then you have this Nine of Pentacles, and then you have also the Nine of Cups, which represents happiness, and then you have the Four of Cups. You've got your head up against a tree and you're not even able to see the love that people want to give you. You did realize that you had to walk away because like your heart's being broken on a regular basis by dealing with this immature individual. Like, I don't think this is you anymore. I feel like you were dealing with an immature individual when it came to love. But you were like far like beyond their league and stuff, and like you were like giving them a lot more than they were worthy of at this particular point in time. And like you were in constant like, what am I going to do about this mode? Well, real love is not going to make you feel like you have to daydream a happier situation into existence. Because the Seven of Cups represents daydreaming. Okay, and not such a healthy form of daydreaming. It's like the type of daydreaming where it's like, if I just leave everything alone, everything's just going to work itself out. Does it ever work out that way? No. Now the Hermit card tells me that you guys might have been dealing with a Virgo. Okay? A Virgo. Straight up just stands out right now to me. A Virgo. Maybe a Virgo broke your heart recently, and you're like trying to hold down your own thing, and like this Virgo, like Virgos are really hard workers too, but Virgos are perfectionists. And if you don't meet their standards according to what they think, those standards should be, they are very easily judgmental, and they won't even let you know that that's how they feel about it. But the Hermit, given that it's a major arcana, is an invitation for you to look at yourself and ask yourself, what do I like about myself and what don't I like about myself, and what changes do I need to make about myself, because I'm getting ready to go on a new journey, guys. Basically, is what you're saying. I'm going on a new journey. And in going in this new journey, I kind of need some alone time. Now's not the time for me to be partying, kicking it, hanging out, and doing all that stuff. Not saying that you're doing it before, because some of you probably like really do hang out by yourself, and like that's cool. But what I'm saying is like meaningful time by yourself. Like journal your life from the very beginning of your life until like this very moment. Journal, because you know what that will do? It will open up the entire sea of what you have experienced and what has made you the person that you are today. And it makes you face like the actions that you have to be responsible for, regarding how you dealt with certain situations that came your way. And it also forces you to be put in a position to forgive people who like totally dogged you out. And like, it's like a really deep process that needs to take place in order for us to really cleanse ourselves and heal ourselves of all the extra baggage. You understand what I'm saying? Baggage. Because when we have all that baggage, you know what I'm saying? We start to settle for less. We start to settle for less. And then we don't see like the opportunities that are meant to come our way. And like we get caught up in like our fiery ass energy that only makes matters worse, right? Like the King of Wands is like, I'm sorry, off with your head. Seriously. He's a king and he has a freaking wand in his hand. And wands represent, let's get busy, baby, and fire. Now, yes, he has a lot of other wonderful qualities. But in this particular spread, I can clearly see that, like, using your temper in this particular situation was not going to serve you. And maybe that's the decision that you had to make. Like, am I going to, like, go ham? Or am I going to, like, be like, all right, then. Like, if that's how you want to get down, it's all good. And maybe you acted like a normal person because you know what you're capable of. And you know that, you ain't afraid to work hard for yourself. And you're not going to lose anything by losing this character. And I'm calling him a character. I'm not even calling him a person. He's like a character. And it's like you got to the point where like you didn't even want to fight for it anymore. I mean, and I gave this example in another reading. Like, even if you had a dog that was like so cute but pissed everywhere in your house and just made your house smell like piss, like after a while you just would have to make the decision that you can't deal with that anymore. And like somebody would like lovely and happily take that animal off your hands, but like your house would go back to smelling like lilies and daisies, but you're still going to miss the dog. But that like you don't want your house to be smelling like dog ass. And I feel like this individual was like that type of person that like used to do like little cruddy shit and like you still knew how to like be happy because like you just a Saggy like that. You know what I mean? And you know that you have people who love you. And, you know, when it comes to love for self, you know, you're still learning, as we all are. And, like, you know, daydreaming is, like, something that we all have to do. I think it's, like, a part of something that we all have to do in order to just, like, imagine, like, a better case scenario, especially when we're having a bad time. But, like, when someone's breaking your heart like this, like, you need to have that funeral. You need to have that funeral, and you need to walk away. You need to walk away. Those 3 cups that spilled over, honey, they spilled over for a reason. They spilled over because they weren't meant to be picked up. Excuse the airplane. And look at the cups behind him, like, and look at the water in between, like where's the city and where he is. Like, baby, you ain't gonna die of thirst. You ain't that thirsty to be in this situation. You don't need this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, do your inventory on yourself so that you can set the proper boundaries with people. You know? Us tarot readers know that death represents life. You guys are getting ready to end a journey and you're going into a new one. It may be comfortable. It may not. You may be going through it right now, which is why you pulled this card and why, you know, this angel is right here, so close by. You know, Temperance represents healing. Because, you know, you're entering into a new journey. And this new journey comes with independence. And it comes with a lot of opportunities. Opportunities that you would not have been able to see had you, you know, stayed with this immature individual that is just not on your level and like knew better than all of the like crap that he was bringing to your table. Like, he had you feeling burdened and he had you feeling like confused. Now, it was your choice to feel this way about the matter, but nonetheless, you know, that's an explanation. But trust me, he or she's gonna get, you know, what's coming to him for doing that type of shit. Seriously. I do believe this is a love reading. And here we go. Now, I want to see if I pulled any more 3s, guys. Boom. Alright, Saggies. Looks like we was dealing with a third-party situation. What's new? Like, that's like the new thing now. Like, people think like having several partners is like the bomb. Do you guys like not understand that if you keep doing that kind of crap, that here's 3 swords in this scandalous person's hand, right? 3 swords in this scandalous person's hand. There's another 3. I don't see any 3s in your hands. I see 3s in the hands of like the person who's doing the heartbreaking and the person who's like having such a great time while you're over there with your broken heart. So Sagittarius, like, you know what to do, all right? And so I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, you don't need to waste your time being in situations like this, period. You simply don't. You simply don't. And I'm gonna go ahead, and even though I love this deck, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull a random card from Whispers from Lord Ganesha. Just a random card, okay? Decision. Decision, baby. Decision time. Let's read it. Because it's a new deck, and, like, I don't remember everything. But decision, okay? And look at the beautiful artwork, by the way. This is from a deck called Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Okay? Decision. What exactly do you want in this situation? Are you satisfied with the way things are moving in your life? Ganesha is guiding you to know that your desires are within your sights. Odds are in your favor. The decision that is before you is either sticking with what you know or breaking out and trying something new. This is a time for veering out into a new adventure or making a decision that deviates from your typical trend or habit. Ganesha will gift you with a greater understanding of who you are and what you are capable of creating. Zero in on a goal. Take the step to make the selection. You have worked hard and really evolved through your life lessons. Get ready for a change. Motivate yourself by taking time to rejuvenate. Treat yourself to simple things that bring you joy. Discover new activities that take you away from routine. As you move through your day-to-day schedule in new ways, you create new thoughts. When Ganesha is holding the mace called Gada, he is challenging you to be more decisive. So you need to make decisions. Make the right decisions. Make decisions regarding the situation you're in. You're not forced to be in any situation you don't want to be in, my loves. Once you start being more strong-minded, you will create the opportunity to reflect on your longer-term goals and desires. You'll then be in a better position to plan ahead and ensure that you achieve your goals. You benefit now from a newfound sense of confidence and are ready for a major change. You might consider travel to exotic places, further education, or a major career change at this point. This will expand your learning and development and grow your horizons beyond your immediate environment. With careful planning and moderated approach, you will set yourself for success now and moving towards the future. Now, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Honey, like, why do you think that you got that Ace of Wands and the 9 of, here's your happiness here. You're like, just because you know how to be happy like that, right? Why you think you got that? And why you think you got that? Because you don't need that. You don't need no burdens. You don't need situations that keep you confused, daydreaming and hoping that things will be great when you know that they're not going to be. Like, you need to look at yourself and you need to be reassured that you are way more than what somebody else told you that you are worth. I'm telling you, reassurance is like the word for the month. I am telling you. I apply it to every one of my readings. Too many of you are not reassured of what your value is. And it is time for you to jack up the price on you. Okay? Jack up the price on you. Do not just let anybody into your space unless they pay like they weigh. And when I say that, I'm not talking gold digger talk. I'm talking if they don't have any positive vibes to bring your way, or any friendship, or any positive things for you, there's no need for you to play games with people that are not on your level. You need to look at yourself and you need to write down a whole list of things about yourself that you know make you unique in who you are. And until you're able to identify those things, forgive the noise. I'm going to move through the noise because these neighbors next door have no regard for their neighbors. And as you know, so many people have no regard for you or anybody else. So we just have to push right past them, and we will. No problem. You need to know your worth, period. And, if I were you, I would make the decision to find out what my worth is immediately. Because I think that's something that's holding you back and allowing you to be in situations that stop you from seeing, what you could be having right now. And what you could be having right now is just pure bliss. And like, I would take that for 10,000, thank you. Like, seriously. You don't need to be in an unhappy, uncomfortable situation because somebody else is too immature to be with you. And because you're unaware of the fact that, what your value is at this point, you know, this person is like getting away with more than what they should. And that's kind of like what I'm seeing. This is a 30-minute reading, and I swear I don't mean to do these long readings, but I have to let you guys know. If it's a major arcana card that you saw, please understand these are things that you are consenting to. If it's a major arcana card, that's my pool doing its thing. If it's a major arcana card, that means that this lesson came about to make you a better person. But you have to do your homework to figure out who you are and what you're about and what you're going to do with it now. What are you going to do now with your newfound sense of the beautiful person that you are? That's why this setting is like so beautiful today. Sagittarius, this is for you, baby. You're the first reading that I've done with this beautiful, serene space. Yes, we've got all that noise and all that chaos, but please understand, there's always going to be noise and chaos. You're going to have to learn how to make the right decisions and still learn how to communicate effectively, even when all that noise and chaos is out there. Whoever the heck that you were hanging with and like calling yourself loving, they're not on your level, and you kind of need to like just dip, and you need to spend some time with yourself, and you need to add tax. Know your value and add tax, baby. Okay, don't ever let nobody take something away from you that's not theirs. It's just that simple. Don't give yourself away. Don't give you away. No one can take anything from you. Only you can give it away. So be careful with that. And please remember that. Okay, Saggies? All right. Until next time.